Your enjoyment of this movie will be tied directly to the three leads and how much of their shtick you can handle. Keanu is great. I was enjoying the movie whenever he was on screen, and I'm more or less indifferent to Aziz Ansari. But Seth Rogen, he's gonna have to make at least 3 more seasons of The Studio to make up for this. It's got good atmosphere. Ethan Hawke is effectively creepy, but I just didn't find myself caring as much about the characters this time around. I will say it does make a really good dead of winter movie. You know, when Christmas is long over, but it still gets pitch black at 4 p.m. That kind of movie. I'm gonna be honest, I saw that ending coming from a mile away. It still worked, but after everything that was going on, I'd be more surprised that wasn't how it turned out. Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons were already 2 of my favorite actors, and this is some of the best I've seen from either of them. But if you're not willing to get into Yorgos Lanthimos movies because you think they'll make you too uncomfortable, this isn't gonna change your mind. You know, I really sympathize with Denji, because I would also be hopelessly head over heels for someone who does nothing but watch movies all day, despite them waving a trillion other massive red flags at full mast all the time. Chainsaw Man is one of my favorite anime in years. It eats Demon Slayer for breakfast, shits out One Punch Man Season 3, and wipes its ass with Boruto. If Killer of Killers wasn't enough, Trachtenberg also gives us this absolute riot the same year, proving that the franchise has never been in better hands. Dak is just straight up one of the best protagonists of the year. Elle Fanning gives yet another twin performance in 2025, and it works. And on a planet where literally everything is trying to kill you, not even a cute little animal sidekick could take away from the cool factor. Guillermo del Toro has made some of the best looking flicks you'll ever put your peepers on, and they all come with 1 of 4 of the same recycled messages. Frankenstein the man is the real monster, and they're not subtle about it, they say it to his face. Thankfully, the visuals and performances are so outstanding, I can forgive a lot of the script problems. And unlike another movie that came out this year with similar highs and lows, it at least has the courtesy of not being 3 fucking hours. It doesn't surprise me at all that Glenn Powell was the face of advertising for this movie rather than Edgar Wright. Wright has got such a unique and recognizable style, but outside of a few scenes, it's really more like any other action blockbuster. I forgot to record myself saying this, but I think the movie would have left a much better impression on me if it had ended exactly 1 scene earlier. It really looked like that was the scene they wanted to end, but then they tacked on a pretty pointless epilogue scene, probably at the studio's request. More like Wicked for mediocre, am I right? Sorry. When your movie is only adapting the famously weaker second half of a show, you're already starting off the race with a nail through your foot. Cynthia and Ariana are just as good as they were in part 1, and there are 3 songs I really got into. The problem is this movie has more padding than a training bra and still feels rushed in some places. As for the way it looks, well, I saw it on Dolby and that really made a difference. But yeah, it's a problem. Now, I don't hate theater kids as much as I like to pretend, but seeing them try to put this on the same level as part 1 is just sad. I've said it before, but this is one of the only current Disney franchises I'm actually looking forward to seeing more of. The Fox has more Riz than any other Disney protagonist of the last 20 years combined. I'm not a furry, but I kinda see where they're getting at with that one. And any kids movie that works in references to Silence of the Lambs and The Shining is gonna get some points in my favor. Speaking of franchises I want to see more of, I honestly wouldn't care if we got another Benoit Blanc mystery for every year until the end of time. This one's got the best visuals, the best mystery, and the best protagonist. It would be my favorite of the whole trilogy if Mila Kunis knew how to actually act. I know I just took a dig at it, but honestly, the more I watch of the Avatar movies, the more I'm kinda warming up to them. No pun intended. The world these movies create is so immersive and so much fun to just explore that I really don't mind their lack of originality in the messaging. What I do mind is them taking the climax from Way of Water and just doing it again, with a little bits of the climax from the first movie sprinkled in. But, to be fair, it also gave us the hottest problematic power couple of 2025. I'm just saying, Barang, I could fix her. Who am I kidding? I'd let her make me worse.
You like blue girls? I love them. I love them.
I know I was literally just complaining about doing the same thing over again, but Josh Safdie really just decided to do Uncut Gems again, and it's like one of the best movies of the year, if not my favorite. I mean, this movie is just non-stop. It is ridiculous. And Timothée Chalamet has earned those bragging rights. He is just as good here as he thinks he is. So how'd it do? You're gonna give my movie a 0, aren't you? You waste it. Really? Yeah, you guys made me laugh. I thought that was awesome. Wow, so my movie is perfectly fine? Fuck no, it's the worst movie I've seen in my entire life and you failed miserably. But the scene where the world is saved by an Amazon delivery drone, that was some funny shit.